Good afternoon and welcome to our Livestream Love World series. My name is Juliette Dunn. Thrilled to be here with you this afternoon and for this evening for those of you who are tuning in from other time zones. Just to tell you a little bit about what we've been up to, some of you got to tune in last night to our Hungry for Hammond Part 2 series. And if you didn't, be sure to check it out on our YouTube and Facebook channels at Jazz Niagara. What a great series and end to our 2020 season. And now we're kicking off our 2021 season. And we're very excited to bring our special guest on. But before we do, we try to bring on a sponsor each time. And today I'm going to actually promote my own business. I've got my other hat on. So that's Juliette Amanda Dunn Entertainment. And I do booking for private events and corporate events. And of course, things have been slow, like everyone, for the past few months. Well, quite a few months since March, but now that we are, and now we're still gathering in small groups, but a lot of people are entertaining at home in their small groups. And if you'd like to bring in some musicians for that, be sure to contact me. I think I'll pull up the little slide there to show you if I can find it. You know what? I might let Bonnie, I'll let you pull up. Bonnie's backstage helping me. Bonnie will pull up my slide either now or in a little bit, I think. Thanks, Bonnie. That way I'm hands-free. It's pretty great. So let me tell you a little bit about our guest who's coming on the show today. Her name is Laura Fernandez. She's a singer and songwriter, and I've known Laura for several years, and I'm so thrilled to be able to bring her on the show. She was born in Madrid, lived there for the first year of her life, and then went to Switzerland, then back to Spain, and then came to Canada when she was 7, and she went to Calgary. From Calgary, she went to Toronto in her 20s, and I believe she's been in Toronto ever since. I'll have to double check that, but I think so. And so she's been traveling worldwide, and true to her international roots, she writes songs in both English and French, and her compositions are a reflection of many of her influences. In 2013, she was named the Distinguished Steinway Artist roster, becoming its 20th Canadian member. So that's quite an honor indeed. And I'd like to ask her a little bit more about that. In 2015, she was named one of the 10 most influential Hispanic Canadians at a Pan American Games ceremony. Again, such an honor. And she's not only an award-winning artist, but also an illustrator, for those of you who didn't know. She's published many children's books, and her work has been seen internationally on billboards, ads, and packaging, as well as in books and magazines. She's painted many portraits, and her work hangs in private collections and in museums. Now, that's a busy lady. Let me bring on Laura Fernandez, who I'm sure you will know from Cafe Latino on Jazz FM 91, and her shows every Saturday from 4 until 7. So here is the woman of the hour, Laura. Hello, Laura. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. Can you hear me? Everything good?
Oh, loud and clear. Yes, we did our sound check a couple of days ago, and it's so nice that you have this wonderful setup. As we learn with this StreamYard and all of this live streaming, we're just taking notes as we go each time of the different setups people have. And yours, I must say, is one of the finest. So thanks for that.
Thank you. I want it to sound good. Anything can happen, you know? Like we were just chatting. just in case we go off the air, just in case
Do
this,
this.
do this,
I know.
do that. It's all we're all just winging it here. But it's so nice to be here, Juliet. And you're doing a beautiful job here with your Live, Love, World series. And you've had some pretty beautiful concerts already. I'm very honored to be included.
Thank you. Well, we're so honored to have you. And you know what? Speaking of sound and all that, there's the one thing I always forget to do. So I'm just going to pop it up. I'll do it, Bonnie, because I've got it right in front of me. This quick slide for everybody. They can still hear us behind, but we've noticed that the sound sounds great for us. We've got our headphones on, and then we often will get comments, I can't hear the sound. So if you're listening, please, if you have headsets, do pull them out and plug them into your devices, because you will have a much better listening experience. So there we go. I'm so glad I didn't forget to say that. So I'm gonna pop in and out and chat with you, and you're gonna start us off with a song called Mi Amor? You're starting us off with. Excellent. Tell us a bit about the song.
Well, it's actually the first song that got me started writing in Spanish. And, I was open stage host at the Free Times Cafe when I was, really just getting into songwriting. I can't believe it's a long time ago now. I don't even want to say, but it was a long time ago. And Noah Zachrin, who was also one of the open stage hosts at the time, said, why don't you write a song in Spanish? You're bilingual, right? And I said, yeah, but up to that point, I had only been writing in English.
Right.
And that kind of got me started on my Spanish writing. And it kind of just, everything kind of blossomed from there, because that song, my friend Amanda Martinez, who I didn't know at the time, had played it on Jazz FM on Cafe Latino when she was the host.
Right.
And it was on my first album. I had one Spanish song on my first album, and people just kept asking me every time I would do a show, can we buy your Spanish album? And I thought, it's like, so I thought, maybe I should write some more songs in Spanish. So, and that's how I came to write Un Solo Beso, which is my second album. But this is the first song that got me really started singing in Spanish, which is, excellent. Of course, my native language.
Yeah. Well, very special. Well, thank you. I'm going to get out of your way and let you take over, and we'll see you in a bit. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. This is Mi Amor. Mi amor, te doy mi corazón y lágrimas que caen del alma riegan nuestra flor. Suspiros queriéndote besar, queriendo seguir a tu lado bajo estrellas, flotando en tu mar. Y a pesar de pasar los años, el tiempo sigue congelado y la luna no se cae al mar al amanecer. Quizás tenemos ángeles a nuestro lado, guiándonos por un camino hasta llegar a ver que mi amor me das tu corazón y lágrimas que caen del alma riegan nuestra flor. Y a pesar de pasar los años, el tiempo sigue congelado y la luna no se cae al mar al amanecer. Quizás tenemos ángeles a nuestro lado, guiándonos por un camino hasta llegar a ver que mi amor me das tu corazón y lágrimas que caen del alma riegan nuestra flor.
Sounds beautiful. Wow. So
Thank
how
you
many?
so much.
Oh, it's just beautiful. How many compositions have you done? So that was your first Spanish one, and before you had done just English. And how many now over the years do you have?
Oh, gosh, you know what? I write about half in Spanish, half in English, and I'm pretty prolific. It's just not every song is one that I'm going to necessarily play out. I have a lot of songs that I've, for instance, like pieces of songs, like I always start off with lyrics first. So I have many, many, many lyrics, but sometimes I just write the lyric and then I just don't go back and write the music.
Right.
Or, you know, like I have a lot of unfinished business
Yeah,
to take
yeah.
care of. But I would say, you know, I don't know. I have probably about 2 albums worth of Spanish songs, and I probably have another maybe 2 or 3 albums worth of English songs. I mean, I just I have like a lot of backup information there. But it's just, you know, like your life gets busy, and recording them all takes, you know, it takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
So.
But you're constantly creating, it sounds like, between that and illustrating and the radio.
I'm pretty creative. I even think I was saying yesterday, we were fundraising on Jazz FM 91 yesterday, and I was saying that my radio show is actually like a work of art to me. It's just a different medium, you know, and I'm using it's like a collage of other people's work along with what I do, which is basically just introduce the songs, get people excited, talk about the artist, and
there's no just in that. It's a big job, and you do it very well. So thank you. So another plug for Laura's show, which is every Saturday, Café Latino, 4 p.m. until 7 p.m. It's so nice. I remember they had changed your time slot at one point on Jazz FM. And I wasn't happy. I'm sure other people weren't, because it got changed back. Because for me, like, to cook and have a glass of wine during your show is kind of a highlight. If I don't have a gig, haven't had gigs lately, you know, on a Saturday, it's just so perfect. And I know a lot of people do that. So,
you know, it's funny. Yes, people were writing in and saying like, what? We like Café Latino should be on like with a glass of wine, cooking dinner, or getting ready to go out and party or whatever.
Yeah.
So that,
totally. It's the best time slot. Yeah. So I'm glad they listened and put you back. So you're going to do a few songs in a row, and I won't come in and disturb. And just so you know, we've got people commenting. So while you're playing and in between songs, I'll post the comments. So,
cool.
So
Am I supposed to change the button to comments or just leave it on?
You just do your music, and we'll take care of the rest.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I know. It's kind of stressful, actually. You know, you know, there's like 2 different kinds of stress. There's the stress of being, you know, in front of a live audience and you get nervous and that. But this is a different kind of nervous. This is a nervousness of technology.
I know, the whole live stream nervous. It's a whole new. Well, listen, you're doing great, and it sounds wonderful. So you don't need to worry. You've got a perfect connection too. So we're very happy for that as well.
Thank you so much. Well, I'll should I go? Like, I'm gonna tell a little bit about my new album.
Okay, perfect. I'll get out of your way, and you tell us all about it.
Thanks. Good. So I have just released my first album in 10 years. It took me a long time, partly because life has been very hectic, very busy. And because, making an album is an enormous emotional investment, and it's also a big financial investment. So I just dove in, and thanks to the support of Howard Gladstone, who is my partner in the label Sonic Peach Music, and Peter Moore, who was a dream to work with. We made an album and didn't expect to have a pandemic on the year that I was going to release it, but we decided to release it anyway. And the album is called Okay All Right, and I'm going to be doing a couple of songs from there first. And this is actually my first single. It just came out, I guess, a couple of weeks ago, or not even that long ago. My album came out on October 2nd, and there is now a video for Breathe Life that actually came out on the same day as the album was released, the 2nd, and it's called Breathe Life. And this song is about, it's about the people that breathe life into you because they give you that energy when they believe in you. And so this goes out to everyone who has breathed life into me through my entire music career, because I did not believe in myself very much. And as all artists are quite insecure about their art, it is a really important thing to support artists and to make them feel like they can do anything. And so that's what this song is about. Breathe Life. Breathe a little life into me. Warm me with your smile. Hold me in your magic spell. I want to be lost for a while. Days so full and yet so empty. All that changed when you came near. Driving through hurricanes and floods, taking on life without fear. 'Cause you breathe life into me. Flying so close to the flame, am I gonna burn? Always picked last for the team, and finally it's my turn to shine. 'Cause I see myself in your eyes, and I'm mesmerized by my reflection. Naked, so exposed, I've left my heart without protection. 'Cause you breathe life into me. So careful how you handle me. I'm a runner. I could run away from this, but what good would that serve? 'Cause I would rather fall from heights than stay put on the ground and never know what it is to fly, to never make a sound. And you breathe life into me. Flying so close to the flame, and am I gonna burn? Finally picked last for the team, and finally it's my turn to shine. Because I see myself in your eyes, and I'm mesmerized by my reflection. Naked, so exposed, I've left my heart without protection. 'Cause you breathe life into me. 'Cause you breathe life into me. 'Cause you breathe life into me. Yeah. Yes. And I find myself in your eyes. All is possible now. you breathe life into me. So that is Breathe Life, and there's a beautiful video that Kennedy Cow directed and filmed by Tomo. It's a beautiful video. I just let them run with it and do whatever they wanted. They really loved the song and they wanted to interpret it. So the video is out there if you want to see it, and you will hear on the actual the studio recording Alexander Brown and his beautiful trumpet. That is a big highlight. I could hear it in my head the entire time I was playing, but I miss playing live with my guys, but this is solo. So the next song that I'm going to do for you actually is called Hilton Head, and I believe that it just came out yesterday as a single. It's exciting to have all these songs coming out. And this is a song that, if I tell you the story behind it, it's kind of interesting. I always write a song on New Year's Day. And this is a song that I wrote a couple of years ago on New Year's Day. I woke up in the morning and my daughter texted me. She was with her future in-laws down in Hilton Head, South Carolina. And she texted me the first line of the song. So she should technically get credit on the lyrics of the album, but basically she said, Hilton Head is gorgeous this time of year. And it was New Year's, it was the holidays, and I thought, I'm gonna write a song. And when I wrote the song, my songs just always just come out. I didn't even really realize what I was writing about, but I realized that it's a song about longing and waiting for someone to commit to you, to something to happen. And so Hilton Head is sort of this idealistic place in your head that you sort of sit and wait for the right thing to come along. And that's what this song is about. You can interpret it how you like. Hilton Head is gorgeous this time of year. Why don't you come and meet me here? It's a lovely way to spend the holidays, not something you and I would be inclined to do. I spend my days dreaming, staring out and seeing the waves stroke the sands on endless shores. It's a lonely way to spend the holidays, pretending that my days are filled with you. Well, I can't wait for my man to arrive, for my man is not really mine, and dreaming is no way for me to spend my time. South Carolina is so far for you to come. Well, I told myself you might just come and join me, so I've been making space here by the sea, and I just keep waiting, and the days keep passing. I'm running out of time for you and me. And I can't wait for and dreaming is no way for me to spend my time. South Carolina is so far for you to come. South Carolina is so far for you to come. South Carolina is so far to come. So that was Hilton Head, and the beautiful string arrangements on that song were designed by Tony Corrington. I had a beautiful string orchestra. Actually, what I'm so excited about on this album is that I always wanted to make an album with strings. And my first album, I had violin, but I actually had the amazing George Kohler on bass, who sometimes played a little bit of string. And also I had Ann Lindsay, and I had Kevin Fox on viola. Ann Lindsay was on violin, and the beautiful Charmaine Lewis was on viola on that. So it was like an honor to have like a real string section on it. And I always loved classical music. So there is a little bit of that flavor on this album as well. It's a real fusion of jazz, classical, pop. So I hope you enjoy it. It's out right now, Okay, All Right, and I will do that song later on. But right now, I'm going to play you a song from my Spanish album. And like Juliet said, I actually write equally in Spanish as I do in English. So this was the title track to my Spanish album, Un Solo Beso. And really excited to play this song for you too. And this song is about showing your affection and the importance of always showing your affection when you love someone. And I feel like, especially during these pandemic times, we're all really feeling the fact that we can't hug each other, and we have to be socially distanced. So this somehow means more than ever, because we can't kiss people the same way that we did before. And it's tough. I'm a real huggy person, and I love to hug and kiss people, and I really miss that right now in my life. So anyways, this goes out to all of us who are needing that physical contact right now during the pandemic. Cuando tus besos no llegan al alma, cuando tu mirada me deja fría, cuando tus palabras apuntan y matan, ha llegado el final, vida mía. Cuando tus caricias no toman ni el tiempo, cuando el placer del amor se ha marchitado, se va apagando la llama, se oscurecen los sueños, me vas dejando de lado, me vas dejando de lado. Yo me acuerdo con dulce abandono cómo me desarmabas, como el amor que sentía me llegaba al hueso, me llegaba al hueso, y junto a tu lado estaba Orgullosa de ser amada, nuestro voto va siempre sellado con un solo beso. Cuando tus besos no llegan al alma, cuando tu mirada me deja fría, cuando tus palabras apuntan y matan, ha llegado el final, vida mía. Ha llegado el final, vida mía. Ha llegado el final, vida mía.
Just gorgeous, Laura. I hope you can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
I can
good.
hear you.
Oh, good. So beautiful. I just my heart melts when I hear you sing in Spanish. I love you singing in English as well. Yeah, it's so beautiful, so beautiful. I wanted to ask you about that, just language. So Spanish is your first language, and so with your children, did you, because they were born in Canada, all your kids, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So did you speak Spanish with them or English, or how does that work?
We ended up speaking a lot of English at home just because my husband, Rick Jacobson, who was my illustration partner all those years too,
okay.
did not speak Spanish. So although he speaks a lot of Spanish now,
I bet he does. Yeah.
So we spoke English in the house, but my parents have only ever spoken to me in Spanish. And in fact, when I was a kid, the reason I retained my language, and I think it's important for people to do, is because they did not allow us to speak English at home. Right. So my parents continued that tradition with my children, and they only ever spoke to my children in Spanish. Now, sometimes I talk to my children in Spanish, obviously. Yeah. But it's just the main language was English. So I'm very grateful to my parents for having transmitted that language through a couple generations now. Yeah. And kept it in the family. And I hope that my kids also end up
pass it down
one day when they have kids, pass it down. I think it's important to be in touch with your heritage and your roots, and makes us all kind of special. And I speak French too. I know you speak French.
Yes.
But, my French is more rusty, but French was actually my second language because I went speaking Spanish, and then it was French when I was in Switzerland. We were in French Switzerland.
Oh yeah, of course.
In Geneva and Lausanne. So
that's great. Three. Is any other languages you're hiding from us? Trilingual is pretty great.
I'm trying to get fluent in Portuguese because I sing a lot of Brazilian songs.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be hearing one pretty soon, in the video.
Yeah.
And I love Brazilian and Portuguese music so much, as well as Spanish music. But because of that, I just desperately wanted to become more fluent in it, understand it, and be able to speak it. So even though I've fallen off my Duolingo, I'm actually trying to learn it. No, it works. It actually, it's a great way to learn the language. I completely recommend it.
Duolingo, okay.
Duolingo, yeah, and it's free. It's just like a little app on your phone, and you do your exercises every day, and they have games and everything. It's a great way to learn a language. And I'm actually, I think on my LinkedIn, it says I'm now 10% fluent in Portuguese. I have a long way to go. But I love it.
Better than 0%.
Yeah. And I speak a little bit of Italian because my first boyfriend, who I was with for 5 years. Well, we were buddies. Like, he's the one that first started teaching me piano before I went into formal lessons. But he was in an Italian family, and they spoke Italian only in the household. So I have a lot of languages kind of kicking around in my head.
Yeah.
But I love languages, and
I do too.
and
Yeah.
I love traveling, and so yeah, it's perfect.
Perfect. Well, speaking of languages, so the next tune we're going to play a video, actually. Bonnie's lined it up for us, called Como Fue. So can you translate that for us?
Como fue means how was it? And it's a beautiful bolero that was composed by Ernesto Duarte Brito. And I have to tell you the story behind this because, and this, actually, you will see this video, was filmed in India. I spent 5 weeks in India last year with these amazing people from Jazz Goa.
Wow.
Colin DeCruz and his beautiful wife, and they hosted me. They invited me to come and perform in India for a month. So I actually was performing at like the most beautiful hotel in New Delhi, and then they took me also to Goa, and Goa is Portuguese. Like, they speak a lot of Portuguese in Goa. So I had the most unbelievable adventure. It was the most incredible time. And I loved India, and I plan to go back. And they want me to come back there, and I will. I'm coming back.
So
if you're listening,
great.
Colin DeCruz. But when I was there, it's so funny because I thought I was just going to go there and just perform in the evening, but they'd wake me up in the morning, and first thing he said, we want to record an album with you. So I actually recorded. This is actually technically, okay, all right, it's technically my 4th album, not really my 3rd, because I recorded an album with Colin DeCruz in India, actually, in New Delhi. And it was amazing. And so this is the first song that he actually asked me, would you please record Como Fue for us? And so I recorded Como Fue, and that was the rest is history. We recorded this song, and this is like a video that they did of the song.
Excellent. Well, here it is. Thanks. We're going to enjoy this.
¿Cómo fue? No sé decirte cómo fue. No sé explicarte qué pasó, pero de ti me enamoré. Fue una luz que iluminó todo mi ser. Tu risa como un manantial llenó mi vida de inquietud. Fueron tus ojos o tu boca, fueron tus labios o tu voz, o a lo mejor la impaciencia de tanto esperar tu llegada, mas no sé decirte cómo fue, no sé explicarte qué pasó, pero de ti me enamoré. ojos o tu boca, fueron tus labios o tu voz, o a lo mejor la impaciencia de tanto esperar tu llegada, más no sé decirte cómo fue, no sé explicarte qué pasó, pero de ti me enamoré, pero de ti me enamoré.
Gorgeous.
That was actually filmed in the hotel where I was performing, and it was such an adventure. And we did like a bunch of private parties, and never in my life have I seen such luxury and such poverty in one place. Like,
yeah,
that is the thing about India. It's like their luxury is over the top. Like, I don't think we've ever seen anything like it here.
Wow.
But also it's it's sad when you go outside of the beautiful hotel and you see a lot of people on the street.
That
it was
that
amazing.
is tough. Yeah.
But
and then oh, yep, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm saying that it really made you appreciate what we have here in Canada, and it makes me sad actually when I'm seeing, right now during the pandemic, people are having a hard time. And so I'm seeing like in parks like Trinity Bellwoods and stuff, tents and people in tents, and it's reminding me of that. And I'm just so aware of how fortunate those of us that have a place to live and have food to eat. Please be kind and please be generous to the people that have less, and please support local businesses, support musicians, support jazz festivals.
That's right. We're going to post your tip link actually.
I mean, not even me, but
there's so many musicians that aren't working,
please,
right?
Yeah. And restaurants, like, because now they're thinking in Toronto of like making just indoor dining, like shutting it down. And
like
so
in Quebec, they just did. Yeah.
So you worry about that. So please, think of the other people out there right now that are really struggling. And if you have means, please help out.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for sharing that message. And in fact, the next tune is called Favela, which that means slums, no?
Actually,
Favela?
yes. And
right? That's what I thought.
Leads us into talking about that. So that favelas in Rio de Janeiro, there are a lot of favelas, and they're kind of those makeshift little shacks,
kind of like shanty towns.
Towns, yes. And but the joy that people have through the music, and the drumming. And this is a beautiful song by Antonio Carlos Jobim. And the cool story about this is that my guy from India, Cruz, came to Canada as well. Nice. And so we did a gig together at the Jazz Bistro. And so this next clip is it's a live performance that we did at the beautiful Jazz Bistro.
Oh, great.
And it was such a thrill to perform with him here. And he's really great. And he did this fantastic arrangement of this in kind of this Goan rhythm, Indian rhythm. So this is truly world music.
Okay, excellent. We look forward to seeing this and hearing, of course.
So this next song is really fun. It's a Brazilian song by Antonio Carlos Jobim. But when I was in India and I was teaching it to Colin, he said, "Why don't we do it in this rhythm?" He totally changed it up on me. And tell him a little bit about it.
Yeah, this is a Brazilian song in 3/4 tempo. And now the music in Goa, it's called Mando. And the Mando music from Goa has a 6/8 tempo. So I told Laura, why don't we just turn it into a Goan song? So here's the Goan version of Favela.
You know what strikes me is the straight. That's beautiful. And so first of all, before I have a question, because you play and sing, but then you also sing just in front of the mic. And I know my husband Peter is always behind the piano and singing, and then it's much different for him to just sing. How do you feel about the difference between the two?
Well, I'll tell you, I had a whole journey learning to be like a front person that was just a singer, because it was always just me and the piano, and that's where I felt kind of comfortable.
Yeah.
But when I did my Latin album, it was Billy Bryan's actually who said to me, "You need to get out behind that piano and just get out to the front. You have to learn how to do it." And I remember telling him, like, I don't know what to do with my hands. What do I do with my hands? And he goes, "Jack, you'll figure it out." He says, just
hold the microphone. There's one taken care of.
Exactly. Which is like why often I am holding the mic, and I feel a lot more comfortable. This is something people don't know. I feel a lot more comfortable holding the microphone than I do just having the mic stand there and do it, because I totally feel naked without
totally get that.
My beautiful piano. But it's fun, and I like to dance, so often on stage I'm dancing and moving,
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun for us. Yeah, it's really, really a treat for us.
There wasn't a lot of room on that stage to do much.
Yeah, and then of course, when did you say that one was filmed? Like,
it was last summer. It would have been because I was in India last year. It was before the pandemic. You know what? It's crazy because it just feels like it's been forever that we've been like this. But actually, it hasn't actually been all that long. It feels
like years. Well, at the end of your song, the applause was so loud, and I'm like, "Oh, that's what a full room sounds like."
Oh my gosh, we've forgotten what that sounds like.
It's not like 3 people going like this, or no applause at all.
I know.
But and then no plexiglass, and people were sitting really close. I was like, "Oh."
I know. It's
so
like, it makes you kind of anxious, right? Like you're watching that, and I was like, "Where are the masks?"
Yeah, we're gonna get in trouble. But it's we adapt very quickly, and unfortunately have had to adapt to these times. But thanks for sharing that, and we hope that things will change and the Jazz Bistro can get back to regular business again, because it's such a great venue.
So we have.
Yeah, I know. So I think we have time for a couple of more tunes. And the next one we had you lined up was called "Okay, All Right," and then "Slip Away." So tell us about those two, and then I'll get out of your way.
These are from my new album.
Yay! So released 2 days ago, right?
Yes, just 2 days ago. And actually, thank you for being so sweet and inviting me.
Oh,
to
absolutely.
perform these songs too, because I have nowhere to play them.
Oh, yeah. So right here.
I'm
Oh, this is
excited.
great. Excellent.
So this is it's the title track, but the title of the album has a lot more to do with my state of mind right now. And okay, all right really is how I am feeling at this point in my life, where I think it's important to feel balanced and to feel acceptance. And so that's really what the title means. And really it's what the song is about too. It's about being okay and just empowering yourself with the fact and the knowledge that everything is going to be all right, and it will be okay, all right. So I want it to be a message of hope, acceptance, and a kind of a very zen title. I'm going to play this for you now. Well, I've been quiet these days. I have so much to say, but I can't bring myself to speak what's on my mind. You got your courage up, a little beer in a cup, and you resolve that we should leave this all behind. Well, okay, all right. Don't have the strength to fight. If you don't love me enough, then I can't make you stay. All right, okay. Well, I waited for your call, and it didn't come at all. Not a word from you to tell me how you feel. I've been working in a daze. I can't seem to shake this haze, and right now it seems like none of this is real. Well, okay, all right. Don't have the strength to fight. If you don't love me enough, then I can't make you stay. Okay, all right. I guess we'll call it a night, and in the morning we can go our separate ways. All right, okay. So I guess that's how it stands. I'm looking at your hands, and I know your touch will leave me in time. The snow is falling outside, holding on to my pride, and I have taken all our dreams and taken your side. Are you sure you want it over? Is your mind really sober? Are you sure you're ready to let go? Well, okay, all right. Don't have the strength to fight. If you don't love me enough, then I can't make you stay. Okay, all right. I guess we'll call it a night, and in the morning we can go our separate ways. All right, okay, all right, okay, all right, okay, okay, all right, okay. All right, okay, all right, okay. So that was okay, all right. And I'm going to finish off with a fun little song called Slip Away. And it's also for my new album. Thrilled to have George Kohler and Marito Marx on this song. And it's a song about escaping the moment through your imagination. I'm really good at that. Sometimes I escape when I shouldn't be. I'm a real daydreamer. So this is called Slip Away. I want to thank you all actually for being here before, because I don't know what's going to happen after this, but I want to thank you for being here, for attending this concert, for supporting on like live stream concerts. We all need it right now. So thank you. And
I slip away in the quiet moments when I am finally free to go. I slip away and you don't know. I put up a good front. I slip away and I linger. I feel the touch of your fingers, and madness is near, my love. Closer than you care to know. I put up a good front. You don't notice I disappear. My time moves on and I'm not here. The sun sets slowly, you digress, and you struggle to win. You fail to guess, so I slip away in the quiet moments when I am finally free to go. I slip away and you don't know. I put up a good front. You don't notice the trouble you cause. Throw it back to the one who holds the flaws. The sun sets slowly, you digress, while I long for more. You give me less, so I slip away in the quiet moments when I am finally free to go. I slip away and you don't know. I put up a good front. I slip away in the quiet moments when I am finally free to go. I slip away and you don't know. I put up a good front. I slip away. I slip away. I slip away and you don't know. I put up a good front. 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 I put up a good front.
Thank you so much, Laura. That was such a great show and such a pleasure to chat with you during the show as well.
thanks. It's been a lot of fun.
Really, really, really fun. And good luck with your album release, 2 days now. So
Thank
that's
you.
super exciting. Yeah. And then
Thank you.
hopefully you'll get to do some intimate concerts, some safely COVID safe concerts soon,
I
or
hope
some
so.
more live streaming, and then probably more writing and creating, because you've just got a constant creative mind.
Well, and you know, now's the time to do it. I find that
Yeah.
people are embracing their creativity right now during isolation times?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Absolutely. So we're going to put you backstage so I can come and say goodbye to you afterwards. I'm just going to wrap up with some business. And even though we don't get to hug or be in the same room, it's still, yeah, virtual hug. And it's so nice to see you. Yeah.
And kisses.
Big besos. Besos, right? Did I say
besos.
right? Muchos besos.
Muchos besos y abrazos.
Oh, see, it sounds much better in Spanish. Thanks again, Laura Fernandez, everyone. Be sure to tune in Jazz FM 91 to Café Latino every Saturday, 4 until 7 p.m. Take care. See you soon. Oh, what a great show. So thank you for joining us, everyone. So a last bit of info for you again. Today, my other company sponsored the event. So that's Jade, Juliet, Amanda Entertainment. And if you're looking for musicians, jazz, or other for your intimate COVID safely placed events, please do contact me. My direct email is juliet@julietdunn.ca. We've got some great, the festival has some great plexiglass actually from Niagara Glass. So we're just finding now new ways of setting up safely to do live music in small intimate crowds. So that's great. Also, culture days. So there's so much live programming going on right now all over and here in the city of St. Catharines. Thanks for putting up the slide, Bonnie. So September 25th to October 25th this year. So not just a few days, but a whole month. So all of our live streaming is a part of Culture Days, and you can go on their website. You can go on stcatharines.ca or culturedays.ca to get all of the lineup of all of the shows that are happening and lots of interactive workshops as well. So really fun stuff. Thanks again for joining us. A big thanks to TD for sponsoring all of our live streamed events.
Music brings us together, even when we're apart. That's why we support Canadian musicians, festivals, and award shows. It's just one of the ways TD's Ready commitment helps build a more inclusive tomorrow.
So thank you, TD. And also thanks to Beacon Lawyers and Jazz & Co, who are major sponsors this year for our festival as well. Coming up for the next Livestream Love World series, we have Junate on guitar, and just wait until you hear him perform. Incredible artist that we've met a few years ago, who played in the festival when we weren't just live streaming. So happy to bring him back and live stream this time around. And also Jay Reed, a friend of ours who's also a guitarist, and he'll be doing jazz guitar. Oh, Junate, let me give you the exact dates. Excuse me. Junate is October 18th, and Jay Reed is part of our Livestream Love Jazz series on October 23rd. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Stay safe, everyone. Take care.